Alright, hi guys, welcome. It's pretty self-explanatory, it's in the title. But basically I'm going to go through my list of 30 things I want to achieve before I'm 30. I'm currently 27, I'm 28 in July, so that makes me believe I've got like just over 2 years to complete this in. I thought I'd start early and not start when I'm 29 and try and do it all in 1 year. I have to admit that it is currently 5 PM and the lighting is going to probably change throughout this video because the sun is going down. So I apologise for any weird lighting, but I'm thankfully free of cough and cold now. So I've got the list on my phone. We'll see how this turns out. So the first thing on my list is to be able to do the splits. I used to be able to do them when I was a toddler, well, a child. Then I lost all my flexibility when I stopped doing gymnastics. And then about December time, I started picking up exercise again. And that includes yoga, which actually has really increased my flexibility a lot. Real talk, I think I've gone about 50% of the way closer to the ground from when I first started in December up until now. So there's progress happening, and I feel like this might be something I'll be able to do, which is awesome. Like I used to be able to, you know, lift my foot above my head, but as you can tell, can't do it anymore as well. The second thing on my list is to watch an entire film series I've never seen. I put a couple of examples down here, not necessarily ones I'm going to watch, but just examples. Like for example, I said examples way too many times. Fast and Furious, I've never seen any of those films at all. And Die Hard, I've only probably seen the first film, and that's because everyone was hyping it over Christmas. And yeah, I've just never watched any of these films, so maybe that's something I'll try and do at some point. Third thing is I want to get an answer about my ears. You guys know, or maybe you don't know, I've got an issue with my left ear which is hindering my hearing, and I'm currently in the process of getting that looked into. I'm just basically waiting for the NHS to say that appointments are available. So that's a thing that I'm working towards, and I kind of want to get the answer from 30. I want to see one of my favourite artists live, not necessarily having to be an artist I've seen before, but you know, like it has to be one that I've, you know, it's music that I love, but I've never really thought about going to see them live, which is weird. But yeah, there's people like a member of 1D I want to see, or maybe all 5 of them, 4 or 5, depending on what era you're talking about. I want to see Little Mix, I want to see Ed Sheeran. I think that's as big as my list is. I want to see Niall from 1D the most though. I've seen Harry twice. I wish I'd used the second concert money to go and see Niall instead. I want to improve on my fitness and gain abs, which I don't think is very likely, but it's something I want to work towards. As you guys know, as I've always mentioned, I'm working towards my fitness and my health and all that stuff. And my main area where fat seems to reside is on my lower stomach, which makes it impossible for abs to shine through, but I really want to work towards that. I really want to go to Ireland. I've never been, which is weird. Like everyone else in my family seems to have gone to Ireland, but I never have. And it's one of those countries where like I live like right next to it. Like I live in England and I've never been to Ireland, so that's something I really want to do. That includes Northern and Southern Ireland. Like I'm mixing those two as one. Like it doesn't matter which, they both work. I want to trial or task myself a day without my phone. I want to try both at home where I am right now and also a work day, and like leaving my phone at home sort of day, because I always I use my phone is part of me. Like I'm always on my phone, and I feel like I'll just be interested to see how I can survive without using my phone, and that means no social media or anything for like a day, which kind of scares me a little bit. It makes me feel a little bit panicky inside. I like to be in touch, and I like to like stuff on Instagram and Twitter. I want to go to a West End show, which funnily enough, by the time you are watching this, I would have been to it and I would have crossed this off my list. Tick. I went to see Hamilton. I say that I went to, but I've not actually been yet. But by the time you've seen this, I would have gone. So it's kind of, I feel maybe this is a bit of a rip-off one because I'm already crossing it off, but it's been included for a while. It just so happened that I made this list towards the end of last year, but then I actually got the tickets to see Hamilton for Christmas, so I'm sticking it there still. The 9th one on my list is to go somewhere in England or the UK that I've never been to before. So whether that's south or north. I don't really venture much in my own country. I just tend to stay where I am, but I would love to visit like a town or a village or the Peak District, Lake District, a national park, like Torquay. I've never been to Torquay, or just a random place that I've never been to, like Newcastle, or I can't think of another thing right now, but just generally want to branch out a little bit more and visit other places in the UK, because I never really do. I want to go to a concert and see live a band or artist that I've never seen before, who are pre my time. So the first one I said earlier was about my favourite artists. They're quite current, they're 1D, Little Mix, Ed Sheeran and all that. I want to see a classic artist or band that, when I was younger I went to see Elton John and I loved that vibe, seeing an older artist. So for example, one of my wants is to see I don't know if they're touring anymore, but the Rolling Stones or Fleetwood Mac, or just an older band, because I grew up listening to bands my parents listened to when they were younger, so I love all that sort of music, and I feel like I would love to go see an older band, even though I'll probably be one of the youngest there. I don't care, I kind of like any sort of music. So I want to get another piercing or another tattoo. If you don't know, I've got one tattoo, 2 tattoos, and I've got 2 piercings in my ears. I got one, my original piercing, and then my double piercing. If I got another tattoo, I don't really know where I'd put it, but I've already got an idea of what I want to get. I just don't know where I would put it on my body. I haven't thought that far ahead. But for my piercings, I either want to get my nose pierced, which is kind of out of character for me, I know, or I want to get the top of my ear pierced up there. I don't know what ear yet, but either, both maybe, who knows. The 12th one is kind of weird, but it's donate to charity, and I donate to charity for causes and things when it's people's birthdays, or the 10 quid here or there when people do marathons and stuff. But I want to donate a larger amount of money towards charity, where I would have to properly sit down and look through a list of charities and really find one that I want to donate to, that was you know, it makes sense to me to donate. So yeah, I want to do that. I want to like put money towards charity that's like, you know, not 10 quid, you know, more like higher than that, you know, just be more generous to a charity. So that's what I want to do. I really want to spend a day or a couple of days in London just being a tourist. Like the amount of times I just go to London just to visit one thing, like literally next weekend I'm going to Hamilton and that's it, and I'm coming back home again. Like I'm not spending any extra time visiting anything, doing anything. I'm just going for lunch and then going to Hamilton through like Oxford Street and Regent Street and stuff. But I don't remember ever really shopping there. I think I've done it like once, but I'd love to, you know, do like a shopping trip there, or just, you know, visit like the museums, or visit like the landmarks. I know I'm afraid of heights, but I want to go around the London Eye again, because I hadn't done that since it like first opened, so that'd be quite cool to do. 14th one is go on a date / date someone. I honestly have never been on a date, and I have never dated anyone, and I have been single my entire 27 years of my life, and maybe I will give in and go like on a dating app, I don't know, but I would love to do that, like just to see what it's like, because I've never really ventured on that side of life. Like I read about it all the time, I see it on everyone's pictures on Instagram, but I've never really understood it because I've never lived through it. So yeah, I want to do that, reach that stage before I'm 30, because I've still never shared a bed with anyone. It's kind of depressing, but I kind of want to have that before I'm 30. I'm someone who believes in fate for that sort of thing. Like, I'll meet that person when it's the right time, but maybe my time will never be. It's impossible to know, but I'm starting to think that maybe it's just never gonna be a thing. I feel like I'm too much of an introvert. I don't really go out anywhere to meet anyone. The 15th thing on my list is to learn guitar. I really want to learn guitar again. I've actually learned it originally when I was in primary, but I would love to pick it up again, and it's something I've already put onto my birthday and Christmas list for this year, is to ask for a guitar. Otherwise I'll just buy it myself anyway, but yeah, that's something I want to learn, is guitar. I'm already relearning piano because I love my piano, and I've got one. I've got my keyboard, which I've had since I was a little person. It doesn't really respond very well with keys anymore, but I am relearning that, and I've been doing it like 3 days a week for the last, well, 9-10 months now. Whenever I moved out here, it's been really fun to play it, and yeah, I just really want to add to my flora of instrument playing a guitar. I also can play the flute as well. Number 16 is one that I don't know if I will tick off alongside the dating one. This is to travel solo, which I have anxiety, and just the thought about doing it scares me. But traveling solo means not even like going abroad, like doing a travel somewhere in the UK. But just the thought scares me a lot. I don't really know whether I will do it or not. But yeah, I'd love to travel solo, because maybe that's the only way I'll be able to venture out and do the things I want to do. Like, I'd love to go to Disney, like whether that's Paris, California or Florida. I really want to go to Disney again, but I don't know anyone who's into Disney who would want to come with me. Maybe I have to do it on my own instead. Maybe I have to grow some balls and travel solo, or join one of those travel solo trip thingies that do it, where you go with like a group of people around your age. But now that I'm over 25, I feel like I'm like with all like the people who are way older than me. It's kind of scary. Number 17 is a random one, but it's to fake tan. You guys know me, I am as pale as a ghost most days, or like 364 days of the year, and then the one day that I do tan, I just go red. Like fake tan once, or maybe I'll like it, I don't know, and just see what it's like, and whether that's professionally or doing it myself, I don't know. I've never done it because it scares me. Like I always think that I'm going to turn out like tango, and it doesn't suit me. So that is something I want to do before I'm 30, is to try a fake tan. Number 18 is go veggie for a week, so not eat meat. I think that's it only. For a week, vegetarian, just because, not because I don't like meat or I don't like what they do with meat and stuff, but it's more like sometimes I would like to venture out of my comfort zone with what I eat, and I eat a lot of the same stuff all the time, and I feel like there's probably some veggie plates, veggie dishes that I like, and I just never really think of having it because I'm always like, oh, I've got to add meat to my meal. So yeah, I want to try going vegetarian for a week. Going on to the next one, which is also try going vegan for a week. So that means like no dairy as well and all the other stuff. So I'm going to try that as well. Again, not because I'm like being like with all the hype and stuff. It's just generally just to see if there are some options of meals that I can have that are vegan or veggie that I can bring into my like daily life, because every now and again I do get to the point where I'm kind of bored of having meat, and I kind of like to just trial new diets, but it's not really a diet, it's just a new way of living. I mean, I already am meant to be gluten-free, so, you know, there's already some stuff I have to cut out. Not that I actually do cut it out, but I'm meant to, but I just don't. So I just live through the stomach pain. So number 20 is to not use the internet for a week. Now, this could be like easily cheatable when I go on holiday, because when I'm on holiday I don't tend to use the internet very much at all. However, I want to do it when I am here in the UK, you know, when I'm doing my daily life. I feel like this could be quite troublesome because I work using the internet, so I'll have to actually plan this around a week where I am not at work. There is a week coming up in May. I can't remember when I booked it off now, but I've got a week booked off in May, I think, where I may try this out and see how I go having no internet for a week. See how easily I'll crack. I don't know how hard that's going to be, or easy. Considering like everyone even messages me using WhatsApp, so I can't even disable the Wi-Fi or whatever on my phone. Maybe I'll have to like parental control my phone, so I can't use the apps with internet unless it's iMessage or WhatsApp. I think you can do that. I'm not too sure. I have to look into it a little bit more. So that's what I want to do. 21 is to write a book. I actually already started doing this like 5 years ago, no I'm kidding. When I was a child, I wrote a book, no I'm kidding, on paper, and I found it and I typed it out on my computer, so it's on Google Docs. So yeah, I want to basically finish writing that book. It's already quite long, and who knows whether I'll do anything about it. But yeah, it's just something I would like to do. 22 is do a massive clothes clear out and like a revamp of my entire wardrobe. I basically keep the same clothes until they are unwearable. Like I never really buy new clothes until there's like a hole in a weird place, or like there's holes in my socks. So I basically want to one day clear out my entire wardrobe and just buy an entire new wardrobe instead, because a lot of my clothes I own. Actually no, there's like 4 items of clothing I own, which I have owned since secondary school. And I remember wearing them at school, which is quite embarrassing because I haven't really grown that much. But I still wear them, and it's quite embarrassing. But there we go. So I want to do that one day. I want to learn a different language, which I'm already doing. I'm learning Spanish. I'm about a quarter way through the course thingy on Duolingo. So I want to get like fluent in it, or complete that course by the age of 30, which I think I'm doing okay with. Like, I'm on a 60-day streak right now on it. But after I've learned Spanish, I also want to learn another language like Italian or French. I already know basic French, but I don't know any like Italian at all. I want to buy at least one expensive like luxury item. You know, not like makeup or whatever, but like a bag or clothing from like, I don't know, like a designer thing that you'll see on like London Fashion Week, like Gucci or Versace or Givenchy, or you know anything like that, YSL. I want to buy at least one like really expensive item. 25 is to not look at any screen for an entire weekend. So that's like Saturday and Sunday only. I don't know if I'll include Friday evening, but that means, yeah, just not look at a TV, not look at my iPad, not look at my phone for the entire weekend, and like, you know, have like a digital detox sort of thing, and see how my life goes with that. It's similar to not looking at my phone or not using the internet, but that means like nothing at all. Like, because I spend the majority of my life looking at a screen. Like, even at work I'm looking at a screen the entire day. So I wanna try and involve less screen looking at, because it's probably making my eyes worse than they already are. I want to upload 30 videos in 30 days. I've never done it before, and it's something I'd love to do at least once on my channel, is to see if I can do it. Now that I've got a fibre internet, I can now upload videos much faster. It literally takes like 30 minutes. So I want to do this at least once. 27 is to watch as many films in the 250 top IMDb films that I've not seen yet. Because there's probably a lot of films, like classic films, that I've not seen, and I feel like it's a good list to start at. So yeah, that's something I want to try and do before I'm 30, is to watch those. And that means I don't have to actually watch one every single day. I can like scatter them as well. So yeah, I've already watched quite a few films actually. I actually started doing this about 10 years ago, but I never really continued it up, or continued doing it, I guess you could say. I want to dye my hair a different colour again. I want to go blonde, and then I want to actually dye it pink and purple, or want to go silver. Like, I miss having colour in my hair. Like, this is all my natural hair colour now, and I don't like it at all. So yeah, I want to go blonde again. I'm actually going to talk to my hairdresser about it next time I go. 29 is to give money to less fortunate. In Milton Keynes, we have a lot of homeless people, and every now and again I walk past them and I feel really sorry for them, and I feel bad that I never give them any money because I never really have cash on me. But that's something I want to do. I don't actually know whether I believe half of the homeless people that you see around, because, you know, it just doesn't make sense that they're homeless. Because I know some people fake being homeless just to get money to do so. Yeah, I want to at least once in the next couple of years give money to the homeless, like on the street, like, you know, give some pennies or like a £5 note or something to the homeless. Whether they're real or not, who knows, like, that's their choice, but I hope that they aren't foolish enough to lie about it. And then finally is number 30. I want to buy like one of those printer things you get for your phone, and I want to start printing out photos to then put them on the wall either in the living area in my flat or in the hallway, and just start making a collage of photos on the wall, because I think that'd be quite cool. And you know, start marking events, days, things. It'd be a really classic. And even if I don't put them on the wall, I want to get like a photo album to put them in, because I kind of miss the manual photo album. These days when you have the Instagram stuff, you take a picture, upload it, and then you forget it exists. I kind of really miss the physical element of a photo album. So yeah, that's what I want to do. So those are my 30 things I want to do before I'm 30. There's actually a few more I have thought about since I started writing this list. I think even if I don't do the 30 on that list, as long as I do something else that takes its place, I think I'll do fine. I may try and film some of these. I don't know if they are filmable, but maybe a few of these I will mark off in a video and, you know, do like a series of 30 before I'm 30. Who knows? So no hate if I change my mind on what 30 things I'm gonna do, but the majority of these will probably stay and stick. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this informative video of what I want to do in the next couple of years, and I better get planning to work out when I'm going to do these things. There we go, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys like this video. Comment down below, subscribe, hit the like button, all of the above, or all the, not even the above, all of the said, I guess. And I will catch you guys next week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Flocks were sleeping, shepherds keeping